Okay, this is the short video which we will create just now, and you can create this vertical shots for your Instagram or TikTok in just a few minutes in Premiere Pro. Either maybe you are a beginner or advanced experienced editor. So first of all, we will create this kind of background and also this kind of background. Okay, then I will create this text and how to animate this text and how to animate these stroke lines after that. And in the last I will create this price tag, and in the lastly I will create this rotation animation, and in the lastly I will change the background magic for you. Don't forget to download the project files for free. I will leave the link in the description below. First download this project file and follow along with me, and also you can see this project file in the comment section. So after that, create the sequence, click over here and then go to settings. From here select the custom settings. Okay, you can also select the DSLR. Okay, and set the video frame size over here for vertical video for shots. Set it 1080 by 1920 and keep the other settings same. Give it name sequence and I will call it reel edit and hit OK. Again come over here and from here select the color matte. This is our background, so keep the default settings 1080 by 1920 and hit OK, and select the color black and give it name. So I will give it name like blue background. Hit OK. So now drag and drop this color matte into the timeline, and again go to effects and search for 4 color gradients. It is over here and drag and drop it on it, and follow my settings for the backgrounds. First click over here, I will select the blue color like this, blue white. Okay, again select the point 2, again blue, keep this color over here. Again select the next one and blue and set it black, right? And also select the last one. Copy my settings for your background. After that I will create the circle and come over here, and here you can see this circle animation. How to create this circle animation? So come over here, reel edit 1, and let's go to the tools, and from here select the ellipse tool, and while holding shift and draw a perfect circle. And now come over here into the effects panel, expand this shape. I don't need the fill. Select the stroke and set the stroke value around 39, maybe it's good. Okay, and come over here and change its position from here. Okay, it's looking good. To make it more dynamic and realistic mimic effects, I need to drag and drop one effect which is called drop shadow. Okay, let's go to effects. From here search for drop shadow. It is over here inside perspective folder, and drag and drop it over here. Okay, and place it over here. Again make some settings for drop shadow, set the opacity 100. Okay, and also change the direction around maybe over here, and set the softness and change the direction like this, maybe it's good, and also set the softness 100. Follow my settings. Okay, it's looking more great. And also change the blending mode for more dynamic realistic effect, and I will set it soft light. While holding Alt, left click on this layer which is our stroke and drag it upward. Okay, to create another shape. Okay, select this top layer. Now expand this shape layer from here and go to its position and change its position downwards. Okay, and move it to the left side. Now it's time to create the animate for stroke. Select this bottom shape layer, then go to shape, expand the shape and click on this option, this ellipse tool. Okay, and then place it over here. Click on this point. Now drag and drop like so. Okay, hover your mouse over here, and when you will see this kind of point, and add another point and move it, place it over here. Okay, now it's time to create the animation for our stroke. Click on this mask path and move this time indicator at the beginning and select this mask. Move it like so. Okay, and now we have this kind of animation. And also increase the feather from here and maybe 60 around to 70. And also decrease shape opacity from here. Come over here, set the opacity around 75. And also decrease the opacity for top layers 75. Keep the same settings. Now again select the top layer and create another animation. Click on this tool, ellipse tool, and then drag and drop over here. Select this point and expand this like so. Again click on this point, mask path, and now place your time indicator at the beginning. Again select this mask and move it like so. So it will automatically create another keyframes for you for your animation. Okay, select the bottom one. Keep the keyframes at the same position of both of these layers. I have made some mistake over here. Again select this point and select the mask path, and I need to change its position over here at the beginning. Change its position over here, so I will create the animation from another sides like so. Okay, and also increase the mask feather. Now we have this kind of animation from the opposite direction. Okay, and now I will change its drop shadow direction. Select the top layer, go to drop shadow, and from here I will change its directions, so it's looking more good. Now it's time to apply some textures over here. Click over here, and here is our texture, and place it over here like so. Select this texture and change its blending mode. You can try different kinds of modes for your desire. So I will set it on soft light and also set the opacity value around 15. Okay, so this is our background. Select all of these layers, then right click. Okay, and nest them and give it a clear name, blue background. And now we have a blue backgrounds. Again I will select this blue background, right click and duplicate, and drag and drop it into the timeline. While holding Alt, click on this option to select the single layer for audio. Delete this one. Select this top layer and go inside. Select the bottom layer, which is our color matte. Now I will make it likely red colors backgrounds. Okay, so here from here I will set the red color for this, and follow my settings and copy my settings. So this is our second background. So now it's time to create our text for t-shirt. Simply select the text tool and type your text over here. Press Ctrl A, go to inside this text layer. From here I will select the font, Poppins. From here select the Poppins font, and I will set it bold, and also increase its size. Make it center like so. You can also select the selection tool and select this layer. While holding Ctrl, you can set it perfectly aligned in the middle of this comp. And you can also use this save margin option from here to place your text accurate. Okay, it's looking perfect and good. Again go to drop shadow. I will again go to effects, and from here search for drop shadow and drag and drop on our text to create a little bit more realistic dynamic effect for your text, and make some settings like so. Okay, increase the softness 100 and copy my settings. So now it's looking more cool and perfect. Let's come over here, project panel. From here I will drag and drop this first t-shirt over here. Select this shirt layer and scale it down. Then again select the t-shirt type text layer. While holding Alt, create another copy for it. Okay, and at this time I need only stock. Go inside this text layer. I don't need the fill color. Select only stock. Select this eyedropper and select the red color like this, and also increase its size. Maybe 8 is good, and change its color for reddish. And here I will create the mask to show only stock inside this shirt. Select the top layer and go inside this text, and from here select this pen tool and click over here, and now we have perfect mask. and I don't need the feather. Decrease the feather. Again, select the text tool and make sure any kind of layer is not selected. Then click over here and I will type white. Press Ctrl A, go inside text layer. From here select the font. I will select the Seiko. Change it print, Seiko print. Okay, this is perfect for me. And also decrease its size and change its position and also rotate it. You can also select this vector from here and you can move it like so. Again, select the shirt layer and I will also apply the drop shadow on it. And again go to drop shadow and change its setting. Now select the top two layers and move it upside, and also move this shirt upside. And at this point I will create the bottom shadow for the shirt. Again go to tools and from here select the ellipse tool. Make sure any kind of layer is not selected. Then create a ellipse shape over here. Go inside the shapes and uncheck the stroke and select this shadow, and also apply the drop shadow effect on it and make some settings. I need only shadow only. Select this option, shadow only, and you can increase its opacity. You can also decrease the opacity for more realistic effect. Okay, it's looking more good and perfect. And place this layer over here. Now it's time to place our price for our shirt, and come over here, and here you can see this is the price tag. So I will create this one over here. Let's come over here, go to shapes, and from here select the rectangle tool and draw a shape. Make sure any kind of layer is not selected. Then draw a shape like so. Again go to the effects. From here you can also select for roughen edges. I have already created a effects for rounded corners. So now I will create the rounded corner for the shape. Go to effects, from here search for rounded and drag and drop this effect on this shape. And select this layer, go inside roughen edges, and from here you can change its roundness from here. Okay, this is the roughen edges effect. You can also search from here roughen edges. Okay, this is the roughen edges effects. Simply select and drag and drop on it to create rounded corners for images or any kind of shape. Okay, and copy my settings from here. Again select this layer, and here is the text. Go inside text, and from here change its color into black, and also select the font for it. I will use another font which is Poppins, and also add the dollar sign. Okay, little bit space and Control A, and decrease its size from here. Also change its position from here. So now it's time to create our animation for this. So how to create this animation? It's very super simple. First of all, select this layer, go to effects, from here search for transform. Here it is inside distort, and drag and drop on it. Make sure your time indicator at the beginning. You need only add the position keyframe and also add the opacity keyframe, and move them couple of frames forward, and again you need to move it down like so. Okay, not too much, only little bit, and set the opacity value 0. Select all of these keyframes, right click, temporal interpolations and easy in, and again do the same and make it easy out. Okay, select the top two keyframes and make them more easy. And you can also zoom it from here and make this animation like so, and also select the bottom one and make the settings like so. Let's play and watch, and now you have this kind of animation. Okay, you can also save this animation for your future projects to create animation for your images, text and any kind of motion graphics. So it's very simple. Simply select this transform, right click and click save presets, and you can call it slide up. Okay, after that you can click up, hit OK, and it will automatically save this presets for you. Okay, after that you need to go your effects panel, and from here select this preset, slide up, and it is over here. Simply select this effects and apply onto the other line. So I will apply this slide up animation on all layers. Simply select all of these layers and drag these effects on all of them, and now we have this kind of animation. So now it's looking very interesting. So now I will create the other parts for our reel, and come over here around 1 second 10 frames. Okay, and again come over here and type over 10 seconds and select this razor tool and cut all of these layers like so, and again go to the next point, and here 2 seconds 20 frames. So here I will type 2 seconds 20 frames. Again cut all of these layers. I am using the shortcut. If you want to know how to create the custom keyboard shortcuts for Premiere Pro, comments below. I will definitely create a video for you. After that, select all of these layers, right click and nest them. Again select all of these. So at the cut point I will create the transitions. Let's go to project panel, and from here I will create the adjustment layer to create the transitions. Okay, and drag and drop over here. I need only 10 frames. While holding shift, press left arrow and place your adjustment layer over here. While holding shift, right arrow 2 times and delete this right side of this. Now select this adjustment layer, go to effects and search for Gaussian blur to create a blur transitions, and simply drag and drop on it adjustment layer. Over here I will create some keyframes. Click on it and set the keyframes at the beginning, and again click over here and set the keyframes at the end and increase the value in the middle. Okay, like so. Again, while holding Alt, left click and drag this layer and place it over here. And now we have this kind of transitions over here. Okay, let's come over here. Over here I will change the stroke color from here. Let's come over here, select this layer and go inside and move all of these layers downwards, and this is our stroke, maybe this is our stroke. Okay, and from here, first of all I will change its images over here. Let's come over here, select this one while holding Alt and drag and drop this image and place it over here. Okay, and increase its size and make it perfectly lined like so. And from here change its name and also decrease its size. Now select the stroke and change its color. I will set it into white like so. So now it's looking more perfect. Now let's come back and have a look what kind of effect over here. Okay, simply double click on it, go inside, and so first of all I will change the shot. Okay, simply select this one shot while holding Alt and drag and drop on it. Okay, so it's looking more perfect and little bit scale up. Select the top text layer and double click and give it a name, blue dark blue. Control A, go inside this text layer, and from here I will change its size and also I will change its position like so. And I will also change its opacity around 75. Let's come over to the final reel edit. Now it's time to create the animation for this. Now select this layer and click on this option, scale and rotation. Come over here and set the rotation value -5 and also set the scale value 110, 108, and select all of these layers, right click, easy in, and also make it easy out for smooth animation. Select the top keyframes and go inside scale and make this graph like so. it will create the start fast animation and end slow animation. Now again go to rotation and also select this one and make this graph look like this. Okay, and from here it will create the start fast animation and end slow animation. Select the last two keyframes and move them at the end. Okay, so and from here I will create the opposite animation. Again select this layer, add the scale keyframes and also add the rotation keyframes, and move your playhead time indicator a little bit forward, and again set the scale value 108 and select the rotation value 5, and select all of these keyframes, right click and ease in and also make it easy out. Select the top two keyframes, go inside graphs and make this graph look like this, and also select the bottom rotation keyframes and set the graph like this. Okay, and select last two keyframes and move them at the end. Okay, so let's play and watch. Select this option, do playback. Okay, so now let's play and watch. So here I will create the magic. Some magic is that to change the background suddenly when it's changing into from one layers to into another layers. So here I will show you one magic, that is the background. So changing from one background into another background. Simple, press C and select the eraser tool and cut over here. Okay, and select this one, press Shift E and disable it. Now we have this kind of backgrounds. Okay, it's looking more cool and perfect. If you want to become a master in typography, then you can check out this video. If you have any kind of question, let me know in the comment section below. I will definitely reply your answer. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.